Hello, thanks for joining me again. It's Miss Becca. Today we are going to read We're Roaming in the Rainforest, an Amazon adventure. We're Roaming in the Rainforest. Written by Lori Krebs, illustrated by Ann Wilson. Rainforest sunrise, the dark fades away, and everyone eagerly greets the new and glorious day. Fly, squawk the parrots from branches and twigs. We'll swoop down to breakfast on ripe, juicy figs. Jump, chatters monkeys, or swing if you dare. We'll hang by our tails and then leap through the air. Snooze, yawn the sloths. I'm all ready to doze. We'll nap in the trees as we cling by our toes. Swim, gurgle pink river dolphins with pride. We'll nuzzle our calves while we swim side by side. Sit, murmur butterflies, high in the sky. We'll lunch upon nectar as we flutter by. Watch, snap the caimans with wide awake eyes. We'll offer our prey an unwelcome surprise. Hide, croak the bright little poison dart frogs. We'll burrow down under the moss-covered logs. March, ordered leafcutter ants on parade. We'll bury our cuttings in the garden we've made. Spin, hum the spiders, perfecting a snare. We'll capture our supper. Would you like to share? Scoot, hiss the gecko and lizard and snake. We'll skitter and scamper and slither and shake. Crouched, growls the jaguars as dusk closes in. We'll hide until dark when our hunt can begin. Hush, whisper otters to pups in a heap. We'll cuddle all together till we fall asleep. Rainforest sunset, the moon's on the rise, and everyone listens to the night's lullabies. The Amazon rainforest. There is no place in the world quite like the Amazon rainforest of South America. Most of the Amazon rainforest is in Brazil, but it also spreads into Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. It is the largest tropical rainforest on Earth and home to many, many plants, animals, and people. A very important part of our ecosystem. The rainforest contains trees and plants that help us breathe by changing carbon dioxide into oxygen. For this reason, the rainforest is often called the lungs of our planet. The Amazon rainforest is the most extensive. The Amazon River is the most extensive river system in the world, beginning as a trickle in the Andes Mountains of Peru. It travels more than 4,000 miles across Brazil to the Atlantic Ocean. Its rivers, streams, and tributaries, the branches of a river, flow through Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. The Amazon River provides 2/3 of Earth's fresh water, and beneath its surface live more than 2,000 kinds of fish. Nearly 500,000 species of plants have been recorded in the Amazon rainforest. 1/5 of the world's birds, hundreds of mammals, more than 1,000 varieties of frogs, and an amazing number of reptiles and insects are found there. Scientists believe even more plants and animals are yet to be discovered. People have lived in the rainforest for thousands of years, sometimes along the river, sometimes deep in the jungle. When plants, animals, and people live in balance with one another, the rainforest thrives. Peoples of the Amazon. Today, most people in the Amazon live in cities or towns. However, many indigenous or native tribes still dwell in the rainforest. Many live as their ancestors did, relying on the forest to provide them with food, shelter, tools, and medicine. In the northern reaches of Amazonia, some groups have little contact with the outside world. Most indigenous Amazonians believe that spirits live in plants and animals, so they respect all living things and try to use the forest wisely. The Métis. The Métis are an indigenous tribe of hunters and farmers. In the past, all Métis people live in longhouses. In the very few remaining Métis villages, families live in the small stilt houses clustered around a longhouse, which remains the center of village life and culture. The Métis are known for hunting with blowguns and poison darts instead of a bow and arrow. The Métis have been called the Jaguar people by outsiders because many paint their faces, tattoo their bodies, and put spines from the black palm through their noses. However, this adornment is not meant to look like a jaguar. The families in the Yanomami village live together in great houses called a shabano. Shaped like a ring, the shabano is open in the middle. Here, feasts and ceremonies take place. A thatched roof building encircles the opening inside. Each family has its own living space. Some of these houses can fit hundreds of people being together in one large house. Hundreds of people. Some of the houses can fit hundreds of people. Being together in one large house protects the people from unwelcome strangers. The Yanomami hunt and fish in the rainforest. They grow a nutritious root crop called cassava and a kind of banana called a plantain. The Ribereños. The Ribereños, or river people, live at the edge of the Amazon River in small family villages. Each settlement consists of several houses built of wood which are open on 3 sides. The homes have watertight roofs woven from palm thatch and sit on stilts that raise them above yearly floodwaters. Ribereños have more contact with outsiders than tribes living deep in the rainforest, so their life is a mix of old and new ways. River people depend on the forest for their food and medicine. They travel in hand-carved dugout canoes. Most follow age-old customs and believe in the spirit world. But unlike forest tribes who wear little or no clothing, the Ribereños wear t-shirts, shorts, and skirts. Many attend local schools, and some prepare for jobs outside the village. Today's Ribereños are living with a foot in each world. For the indigenous people of the Amazon, life has always focused on the well-being of the rainforest. They have lived in harmony with nature for thousands of years, a lesson for the world. Conservation. Today, the human population of the rainforest has grown by leaps and bounds as business people around the world discover the Amazon's riches. Corporations are sending workers to log its trees, mine its gold, and set up cattle ranches. Roads serving these industries are carved through the forest, destroying wildlife. Thousands of acres are burned to clear land for farms. Sadly, the rainforest is shrinking and many native plants and animals have disappeared forever. As people move into the area to serve the companies, the number of people living in local tribes, once a population of millions, is shrinking in number. Scientists and conservationists are working to protect and preserve the rainforest. They are sharing new ideas to bring money to the area and provide support for the people living there. Native trees and plants are often destroyed by slash and burn farming, but we need to allow them to stand in order to provide an ongoing supply of nutritious nuts, oil, and healing medicines. New trees are being planted and improved farming methods are being developed. Local people are trained for the tourist industry, which helps to pay for medical care in village schools. Governments are encouraged to pass laws protecting the rainforest. These efforts are helping to restore the delicate balance of this important, enchanting place. You can contact groups such as Oxfam Survival International and the Woodland Trust to find out ways to help the rainforest. The end. Thanks for joining me. Bye.